Welcome to the broadcast. This is TV47 Afternoon's News Bulletin. Here is a snippet of what is coming up. Mount Kenya leaders urged to embrace unity in efforts to realize development.
You people, you want to divide us. Mara muko huko kwa Gachagua. Mara muko huko. Why are you dividing people? Tutaamini nyinyi namna gani where you want to be elected?
A section of Kenya Kwanza members of parliament have strongly opposed the proposals to consolidate all bursaries and scholarship funds into one fund.
The issue of consolidating bursaries into one pocket that we don't know whom is going to manage.
Over 20 students from Katoloni Secondary School in Machakos County have been discharged from hospital after they sustained minor injuries during a fire outbreak in the dormitory last night. Once again, welcome on board from wherever you're watching us from. May it be across the 47 counties, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, and even beyond. This is TV47 News Now, broadcasting live from our broadcasting center here in Nairobi, Kenya. We start off with matters politics. A section of political leaders in Nakuru County and the larger Rift Valley region have urged leaders in the Mount Kenya region to end infights and focus on development. Led by former Bahati Member of Parliament Kimani Ngonjiri, the leaders have distanced themselves from the heated supremacy battle in the mountain, warning the leaders of dividing and especially the people of the mountain.
Tunajua tulichagua president wetu Ruto na tukachagua makamu wake Rigathi Gachagua. And kulingana na katiba tunangoja 2027. Waamue kama watakuwa pamoja. Kama watakuwa pamoja, kila mtu ataenda na njia yake. Sasa kama wameanza kusema Wameru, Embu, sijui na Kirinyaga, sijui na wapi watakuwa pamoja. Nimeona wengine sasa kama Gadhambi, alikuwa grupu hiyo sijui ilikuwa Nyahururu. Nimeona Kimani wa Molo amekuwa kwa hiyo group. You people, you want to divide us. Mara muko huko kwa Gachagua. Mara muko huko. Why are you dividing people? Tutaamini nyinyi namna gani where you want to be elected? All the leaders of here, they were not there because wanajua kitu ya muhimu ni umoja wetu. So what are we declaring today? We are declaring ourselves. Hiyo vita ya Central, we are not there. Si hatutaki hiyo vita ya Central. Wanasema wanataka kuimpeach Gachagua. That one will bring a lot of chaos on the ground.
Kama wananchi hawana maana ya nani atakuwa kingpin wa wapi, kama ni Mount Kenya East, kama ni Mount Kenya West, kama ni wapi, hatuna haja na yule ambaye atakuwa kingpin. Kwa sababu ile mashida ambayo inasumbua mwananchi ni mingi. Viongozi wamechaguliwa ili waweze kufanya kazi, wape services watu ambao waliwachagua.
Tunataka tuambie president, hii vijana wameanza kukimbia kina Ichungwa, kina Sudi na kina Aaron Jeriot senator. Rekebisha vijana, wao ndio wanakuharibia maendeleo. Na wakati president ulikuwa kabla hujachaguliwa, ulikuwa umetuambia kama kuna kitu taashumu ya kwanza, hakuna time utapatia viongozi ama wanasiasa wamchape naibu wako wa rais. Hii maneno ilitokea wapi?
In other news, over 20 students who were rushed at Machakos Level 5 Hospital after a fire outbreak at Katoloni Secondary School in Machakos County have been discharged. The fire was reported at around 9 p.m. Saturday night at the boys' dormitory, where a rescue team from Machakos County government and the Red Cross responded swiftly. Dr. Charles Mulingi from Machakos Level 5 Referral Hospital confirmed the students were rushed at the facility last night with minor injuries and attended to before discharged. In the past few weeks, some schools in Machakos County have witnessed students' arrest, with some being closed.
Hillary.
Ukoaje senior?
Fine. Good.
Safi.
All right, still keeping tabs with that particular story and elsewhere. North Member of Parliament Adams Ndeiya has opposed the proposal of consolidating all bursaries and scholarship funds into one fund. Speaking at North constituency, the Kenya Kwanza allied MP believes that consolidating bursaries and scholarship will greatly affect the disadvantaged families who rely on the funds. Nevertheless, Ndeiya stated that instead of consolidating the entire fund, it is better to define the roles of each funding share, pointing out that Kenyans will face difficulties if it is put into one basket.
Of consolidating bursaries into one pocket that we don't know who is going to manage and using which criteria. We are here today because we are using a very transparent way of distributing our bursaries, where members of the public wanakaa chini ya miti na wanaamua ni mstatamu gani, anasoma wapi na anaenda kona gani. Lakini mkituambia mnasanya bursaries ikae katika consolidated account, mtu ambaye kwa Nairobi huko hajui kama mtoto ni orphan, hajui kama mtoto wazazi yake hawajiwezi ama ni wagonjwa, that one we will fight it to the end because we want bursaries to be controlled at the grassroots level.
In another debacle, Bumula Member of Parliament Wamboka Wanami has rubbished the court's judgment to jail the acting Inspector General of Police Gilbert Masengeli for 6 months for contempt of court. Speaking after road safety sensitization to border operators in Bumula, Wamboka said that the former Inspector General of Police Japhet Koome should be held responsible for the killings and forced disappearance of Kenyans.
Priority business includes the possibility of finishing up the reconstitution of IEBC. The country has gone without IEBC for a long time, and I take this opportunity to encourage those who have been making challenges in court to stall the process of having a selection panel for IEBC, to rethink their minds and give way for this noble cause. Because the country cannot go to the next elections without boundary review, without boundary delimitation, and without holding by-elections of the constituencies that are already vacant, either by way of resignation, death, or court processes. We also have many wards that have got vacancies that need to have by-elections. And as you know, the Supreme Court has directed that IEBC means commissioners and not the Secretariat. So without commissioners, we cannot move. I also want to appeal to the Chief Justice.
Apologies for that mix-up. That is the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, speaking on matters reconstitution of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, stating that it will form part of priority business to be handled by the National Assembly as it resumes its sittings on Tuesday. Also, residents of Ndeiya sub-county in Kiambu County have a reason to smile after gaining another location to offer administration services. Speaking during the inauguration of the new chief and his 2 assistant chiefs, Ndeiya Sub-County Deputy Commissioner James Wambua has called upon the government to open more public offices in the area to fill in the gaps that are felt by the public and reduce the long-distance local travels to get services. The residents are at the same time called upon the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to fast-track the process of the limitation of the boundaries and declare Ndeiya as a constituency.
Ndio tuweze kupatia watoto wetu nafasi wawe.
Land Control Board ya Ndeiya ilikuwa gazetted last year na members wakachaguliwa na ikawa gazetted, lakini haijakuwa operationalized up to now. Bado watu wanaenda Limuru kutafuta huduma ya mambo ya mashamba. Kwa hivyo ombi langu ni kwamba tunafuatilia na nimemweleza our county commissioner afuatilie tuletewe watu wa kuja kusimamia mambo ya mashamba hapa. Ndio mimi nikiwa kama chairman wa Land Control Board niwe na kamati yangu.
Sasa hii tuna location 6 na chiefs 6, alafu kuna sub locations 13 currently. So tukiwa wengi, hizo challenges tunaweza kabiliana nazo na ilia yetu ikuwe very calm.
Ofisi zimeongezeka na wafanyikazi wameongezeka, tuongezewe hata wazee wa mtaa, hii hali kazi ifanyike ground ikiwa sawa sawa.
Tuwe na mikakati ya ndio tungeomba serikali itusaidie hapo.
Pokot County is set for a major water supply transformation as the multi-billion shillings Sioi Muruni Dam nears completion. The Sioi Muruni Dam lies with the Rift Valley Drainage Basin and will harness water from the Muruni Rift Cherangani Hills and flows northeast before draining into Lake Turkana. The Principal Secretary for Irrigation, Ephantus Kimodo, who inspected the site on a recent visit, expressed optimism about the project's progress. The project is situated in Murkokoi village near Kapsait Primary School and is currently 72% complete.
This project started 9 years ago. Since the current administration came on board, we funded at 60%. Earlier in the year, His Excellency the President gave us a directive to ensure completion of this project within this financial year. And to that end, we've been able, this current administration has been able to fund this project to the tune of 1.8 billion. In the current financial year, we have 900 million, and we're expecting to get an additional 900 million during supplementary, upon which should be able to take this project to total completion by March 2025.
So far so good, we are very happy, and therefore this project is in Pokot South, and the end result of the project will actually benefit the residents of West Pokot, starting from West Pokot South sub-county all the way to Chepareria, and equally going to Sioi and Makutano town, which is, we are expecting that to serve a population of about over 38,000 people.
And the Ministry of Labour and Social Protection has petitioned the Council of Governors to waive taxes and fees charged to disabled persons in small-scale business sector across the country. Through the State Department of Social Protection and Senior Citizens Affairs, the ministry has also challenged the Kenya Revenue Authority Services, that is KRA, to exempt the disabled traders. This came as the government promised to double by the end of the year the number of households that are receiving monthly stipends under the cash transfer program for the disabled.
On exemption, I am only appealing to the governors or the Council of Governors to make it official that kindly people living with disabilities who do small-scale businesses, let them do these businesses free of charge. I'm also appealing to the KRA that people living with disabilities who really struggle to earn a living, let them do the small businesses that they do with an exemption. Especially most of these exemptions that we target are from the county governments, because these are people who live within the towns. They sell njugu, karanga, and small things. I urge them that please let them do it without any payments or taxes.
They are the most expensive because constantly they're on drug, constantly they're on therapy. So the government has allocated some amount of money, and we have established the criteria, and we have already mapped almost 20,000 to all the facilities across country for free therapy, for free drugs, and for free incontinency things like diaper or bowel management across the country.
In our program areas, we focus on health. That's prevention of blindness, rehabilitative and assistive technology, ear and hearing care. Then also we focus on inclusive education. We focus on livelihoods or socioeconomic empowerment, and also intervene when we have emergencies.
Now, back to that story of the Acting Inspector General of Police, Gilbert Masengeli. Bumula Member of Parliament Wamboka Wanami has rubbished the court's judgment to jail the Acting Inspector General of Police, Gilbert Masengeli, for 6 months for contempt of court. Speaking after road safety sensitization to boda operators in Bumula, Wamboka said that former Inspector General of Police, Japhet Koome, should be the one responsible for the killings and forced disappearance of Kenyans. Father Wamboka, or rather, Wamboka has opposed the government's plan to lease the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, JKIA, to the Indian company Adani Group.
Kuna mtu anatingiza Masengeli. Masengeli hajawahi huo mtu. Inspector General wetu. As a matter of fact, kama watu wa region hii, tunapiga kura usiku na mchana, tunalipa ushuru. Hiyo ofisi ndio mara ya kwanza mtu wetu amekaribia kufika mahali hapo. Na hajafanya kosa lolote. Hajafanya. Sisi tunajua iko njama. Watu wanaunda wakifikiria tutanyamaza. Haki ya Mungu, shika Masengeli. Shika yeye. Hakuna tutakubali. Mlifanya hivyo mkafuta Nanzi Baraza. Mkaharibu karia ya msichana wetu kutoka hapa Sirisi. Masengeli hatutakubali. Hiyo ifikie mwenye yoyote yule anafikiria atatingiza Masengeli. Hiyo hatuwezi. We will not agree to it. Tafuta Koome mahali yako. Akuja aeleze wale watu walikufa. Abductions zinafanywa usiku na mchana. Huyo ni Koome alifanya. Maneno ya Adani uachane nayo. India tunapoongea hivi wameprotest. Wamesema hawataki mambo ya Adani na ni kwao. India. Sasa sisi huyu mtu dunia mzima hawataki Adani. Hapa kwetu ni nini mnatuforce kwa Adani? Juzi hiyo group ilisema mawaziri wamekula pesa. Tuambie ni kina nani? Tuambie ni kina nani? Na sisi tuonane nao, sawa sawa? Hatutaogopa kusema ukweli, hatutaogopa kusimama.
In other news, the government's decision to rename Bureti Technical Training Institute to Kericho National Polytechnic has received mixed reactions, with residents opposing it while a section of student leaders welcoming the rebranding. The principal of the institution, Sami Cheriot, assured the community that their concerns were noted, at the same time committing to respect the majority's opinion. Further, Cheriot noted that the steps will be taken to ensure the remaining process, possibly to Bureti National Polytechnic, in alignment with the community's wishes. And that was the situation when it comes to matters Bureti National Polytechnic. Elsewhere, women have been challenged to prioritize their mental health and emotional well-being both at work and at home, which will help in reducing the rising cases of distress in the community. During a one-day conference, Elevated Women Wellness Day organized by Unique Global and Mindful Kenya on Saturday, career women and entrepreneurs, both individually and professionally, were trained accordingly. Mindful Kenya is dedicated to promoting mental health awareness and accessibility in Kenya, with a mission to empower individuals to reduce stigma surrounding mental health and provide affordable access to quality mental health service.
It's something that we cannot ignore anymore. It is part of our life and our being. So this is a conversation that we should have in our homes, at school, at church, in all areas of our lives.
As a HR, as finance, as the top leadership of an organization, in your budget line, please have mental wellness as a budget. Take care of your employees. You see, we budget for many other things. We budget for marketing, we budget for salaries. How many organizations are budgeting for the mental wellness?
It starts with the mental health. As a mother, as a grandmother, I would encourage everybody to be interested and to participate in mental health.
Online webinars, online sessions where we talk about different areas that challenge women, and they can actually get support from some of the speakers and even the professionals that come into those events, like therapists, coaches, it is.
Indeed, indeed. Now, with rising electricity bills and the increasing cost of basic commodities and services, largely driven by energy expenses, the need to embrace green energy has never been more urgent. Naivasha is one of the towns leading the change, contributing significantly to the national grid through green energy, with many flower farms and government entities in the town adapting to solar power. This shift has resulted in notable savings benefiting consumers. Well, Willie Dennis Njiru delved on this particular topic and bring us this report.
From a bird's eye view, the sun could remark, I can see reflections of progress across Naivasha. The town has embraced green energy as a key part of its lifestyle, particularly among major power consumers. The natural scenery around Lake Naivasha showcases the transformation, with flower farms leading the way in reducing power cost through renewable energy.
There is no instance whenever we got a low energy. The sun is reliable each and every day. So with our solar panels, they supply the bores with enough energy.
Most of the part of the farm, we pay a bill of 1 million. So now we can pay around 700, 600.
From park houses to cooling plants and automated farm equipment, many farms now fully rely on renewable power. And with this shift, concerns about energy costs and stability have diminished as the green energy solutions prove to be reliable.
It doesn't have extra cost because it doesn't need fuel. But maybe another thing, if you install a generator, you need fuel. So we just go to another extra cost. But if you save on the green energy, there is no extra cost.
Naivasha Water and Sewerage Company, Naivawasco, has also tapped into the solar energy, a move set to lower water bills for its consumers once their systems are fully operational.
It's reliable. When it comes to bills, we are lowering the bills in terms of the energy that is consumed whenever we use the KPLC.
Water, a natural resource, comes with high operational cost due to power demands of water pumps, and fluctuational electricity costs directly impact customers, driving up utility bills.
It's worthy, even it's costly, but it's worthy because after you only cost once, you don't go extra cost because of installation, it's now utilizing.
While experts agree that the initial setup of green energy systems can be costly, they say the solutions are not only cost-effective in the long run, but also significantly eco-friendly.
Whenever others are suffering, let's say an example, the blackouts, once you got the storage, you harvest enough energy, it's reliable of running your device for lighting and every kind of machine that you are going to use.
The viability, consistency and dependability of green energy have widely been praised for mitigating the burden of high electricity bills, resulting in lower costs for products and services.
On other farmers,